Here we go. This is my first live on my channel. I just made a video, like an intro, and I sounded like I was going to a funeral. So I'm probably going to remake that one at some point. It's good to be here. This is my own channel, completely from the ground up now. And it's going to be an interesting experience. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to light some incense. Who's going to be the first person to comment on my new channel? The first ever comment. No, gone. Okay, there was somebody here. Oh well. Let's get some incense going. Here we go. All right, so usually, well, I say usually, when I've been on Evita's channel, the last couple of times that I've been on there, I've put some like lyrics to some songs that I feel quite important. So I'm going to continue that because I quite like that idea. And so I'm going to put the first lyrics up. I'm going to read them out to you, and I'll stick it in the description on this video after the live feed for the song. The song is Polarize by 21 Pilots, and I'm going to read the lyrics out to you first. So, help me polarize, help me polarize, help me down. Those stairs is where I'll be hiding all my problems. Help me polarize, help me polarize, help me out. My friends and I, we got a lot of problems. You know where I'm coming from, though I'm running to you. All I feel is deny, deny, denial. I wanted to be a better brother, a better son. I wanted to be a better adversary to the evil I have done. I have none to show to one I love, but deny, deny, denial. Help me polarize, help me polarize, help me down. Those stairs is where I'll be hiding all my problems. Help me polarize, help me polarize, help me out. My friends and I, we've got a lot of problems. Polarize is taking your disguises, separating them, splitting them up from wrong and right. It's deciding where to die and deciding where to fight. Deny, deny, denial. I wanted to be a better brother, better son. I wanted to be a better adversary to the evil I have done. But I have none to show to the one I love, but deny, deny, denial. Help me polarize, help me polarize, help me down. Those stairs is where I'll be hiding all my problems. Help me polarize, help me polarize, help me out. My friend and I, we've got a lot of problems. I think I lost my halo. I don't know where you are. You have to come and find me. Now, the lyrics, the way I read them, doesn't sound very good at all in that way, because it's more about the music, but it's the words, it's the simplicity in the words. It's about that polarization. It's literally a song about alchemy. And the next song that the lyrics that I'll put up will be for another one of their songs called Fairly Local. So it'd be worth checking that out as well, especially in relation to this, because they both go hand in hand. Anyway, still here by myself. But let's have a look. Let's do a general read. Energy is timeless, and this finds you when it will find you, I guess. So let's just roll with it, eh? There we go, confirmation. We're just rolling with it. Let's just roll with it. Now, before I set all of these up, I'm sure that there are people that would like me to follow on a tradition from Evita's Light channel, and that would be to do the bubble machine. So here we go. Seeing as I haven't got one yet. Bang 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 dagga dagga dum 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 bang 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 dum 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 bubble 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 bubble. Right, we've got the bubble blessings in here now, and the way I like to do it is I'll explain how I feel we have our protection. And then after that, I'll give you 20 seconds or so to cast your own protection over this reading. Remember, energy is timeless. So even though this is a live video, and if you see this, and when you see this, you can cast your protections then as well, and it will be in effect, okay? Because that's the way it goes. So I know that coming out of darkness and learning about my darkness, that I am actually supported by the darkness, and that helps to pull me up by the light. So I'm inherently protected by all things, by allowing and understanding all things, and because of that, I have no need to worry, no reason to think that I will be deceived by any of the energies in which I'm about to ask for some advice for everybody. So I'm going to start first of all with some of these lovely cards. They're the Soul Truth Self-Awakening card deck by Bredane Hovey, I believe. Here we go. That's these here. And I really like these because I've been doing a couple of these for myself over the last couple of days and on my Facebook channel. And the ones that come out have been very, very pertinent. It's crazy how energy works. It's not just about tarot or the runes that I'll do. It's, about any sort of these divinations. All things are one. And it's like the alchemists kind of go to, all things are one. You can learn all of the secrets from the universe from a grain of sand. So let's get this nice and mixed up here. That incense is blended lovely now as well. And what do we have for today? Can we get some sort of feeling as to what? Ooh. We've got, what if it was easy? What am I looking for outside of myself that is already within me? And am I willing? So the back of this card reads, the back of the first card, what if it was easy? It doesn't have to be hard. Call in the universe, the stars, the angels, and all their powers. Find the solution. Would you take the next step if it were easy? It's time to expect ease. Call in grace and receive guidance. You are supported. Today's soul action. Do this if you wish. You can. It says list 10 possible ideas for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here. You just have to say yes to it. You can write this down. This may help. You can just say it in your head. I tend to find that the best forms of manifestation for me is when I say it to myself and then I forget about it. And then they actually appear in their best possible form. But I'll hold it up here. We've got a green feather. It's almost like a pigeon feather, but it's got green in it. Strange, really. What am I looking for in? What am I looking for outside of myself that's already within me? Here it says, are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? When we search outside ourselves, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never feel quite good enough. It's time to go inward to find everything you seek. All the answers you need lie within you. Today's soul action is breathe in your favorite essence oil. Inhale deeply into your belly, drop your shoulders, and spend some time hanging out with your soul today. Ask for what you need and be ready for the answers. Now, I love what it's saying here, especially when it says looking inward. For any situation, it's not even just for any situation. First, we must look in. You know, the old Kabbalah thing where it's like, as within, so without, as above, so below. This is really what it's talking about. But then it's got the willingness here. So we've got how easy it can be for us if we call it in. But it's not necessarily that easy to look inward. But it's a good idea to start to try, because it's followed by the am I willing? You are on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, there is risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain, and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. Today's soul action. Be brave, follow your heart's compass, and lift the lid on your own dreams. Today's mantra, it's possible. It's quite ironic how those cards have come out for me, seeing as this is I haven't got the thousands of followers that Evita has. And, and I'm here today because this is what I want to do. I want to share the experience of the darkness that brought me into the light, and I want to have a place here where healers can come and heal, where people can come and get guidance, or even where they can just chill out with people that are like-minded and meet for the frequency. And it's quite daunting doing this, really, for the first time. I'm here really just talking to myself in this period of time, right? So if you are thinking about starting anything new, there's only one way to do it, and that is literally to do it. I mean, I'm going to gain the experience as I do this, and I'll be able to polish up my act as I go. Knowing that the first thing that comes out isn't perfect means that it's perfect, Better to get something up to start with. Right. So I'm going to go with the Moon and Stars Tarot to start with, and I'm just going to pull a couple of cards and see. First of all, give it a mix up and see where we are in this period of time that's ahead or behind, Let's have a look. The Moon. Misinterpretation. The Moon. This is something that's been on my mind quite a lot recently, the Moon, because we've got a full moon in Cancer. Sorry, I say Cancer. It's only because I saw a sign there, and I think that's Cancer. We've got a full moon in Capricorn coming up, and I believe there's going to be 2 this month. Or at least there's going to be 2 full moons in Capricorn this year. Can you see I'm flapping already? And I've got no reason to, really. But misinterpretation when it comes to the moon. This is very interesting. See what you pick up from this card. That is Pisces energy, isn't it? Right in the middle. And it's as though Earth is in Pisces there, because we've got the moon phases. Or is that no? That's the sun. Pisces sun, misinterpreted moon. The moon misinterpretation. The moon misinterpreted. Emotions of Pisces misinterpreted. The intention and the cycles. Let's get a few more and see what comes up from that there. You come in? Yeah, okay, we're going to have you in. We've got the moon and the star. We've got the moon and the sun. So inspiration. Misinterpretation of inspiration. It's the emotion behind the physical, right? The Hierophant comes out here. We've got the moon, we've got the star, and we've got Earth. Can you see there on Earth? That person's on Earth. That dude there, his shadow, which actually has the sun shining upon him. Could be a dude. It looks like it. It looks like a dude. Could be a dudette. Does it matter? It might be the masculine. Yeah, well, the sun is meant to be seen as the masculine, right? Or at least the physical, as the moon is the mother and the emotion. Okay. Let's see what can make a bit more sense from this. Okay, you came out. Oh, we've got the Chariots and Progress landed upright on the floor facing me. It's that feminine energy that's riding that chariot. Can you see both sides of the moon? We've got the two tigers, one of them orange and one of them white. Both of them different, but no need to fight. They're working together, bringing all of the, look at this, all of the manifestations, all of the wishes that are flying around. It's, yeah, progress, movement towards a destination. Right, we've got 4 there. I'm feeling that's. We're going to stay with that one for the time being, and I'm going to have a quick look into the actual meanings of the. Actually, before we do that, I'll pull some. Hey girls, how we doing? The 2 first comments. Right, so are you saying what happened because of the room change? It's the energy. I've changed the energy. I'm just pulling some runes on these cards that I've pulled. Wow. I've got. Looks like quite a lot of unseen stuff here, this energy. So to go on top of the moon, we've got the sun, but unseen, which is interesting because we've got the moon misinterpreted. There's no light being shone on this emotion. Or it could be that the moon not being in the full, but being in the new moon. Because there's no light being reflected from the moon. Could it be a Pisces moon that this is going to be referring to? We'll keep this in mind and we'll check. Could be a Pisces. The new moon is the representation of like the beginning of a cycle. The beginning of a cycle within a Pisces. Pisces is that deep water, emotion, isn't it? It's when I think of a Pisces sign, I usually think of a very loving, caring individual that gives a lot and often feels like they get walked over. People think that they can get one over, but the Pisces feels very deeply, but just keeps it inside. Now, we've got the star, and again, this was not necessarily reversed, but in the blank. Now, I can't remember actually. I think if that is correct, then it is no, it's not in reverse either. So this is about enlightenment, insight, knowledge, and cooling, like insightful cooling. This is kuna. At least that's how I'm pronouncing it at the moment. I know this is an irritative experience. So it's canals. It represents a light or a beacon. Okay, and this rune represents inspiration, revelation, vision, and knowledge, the vitality of fire and the power of light, the ability to forge and create one's own reality, or the availability of a source of strength, energy, or power. And this is provided by the star. But it was unseen. Either we don't know that we have this, or it's going to be given to us, and we won't. But not necessarily for something that's learnt. It can be like an intuitively taken, or it's intuitively added. And to be honest, if you look at it, can you see that star there? I don't know if you remember the other day in my reading what I said about how I feel like stars and wormholes and things are, and it's like the pouring in of energy in one place, but on the other end is like that is a star, it's that mass, because so the information in a wormhole gets broken up, and if you were to fall into a wormhole through going through the iris, it would seem like you were falling forever, because of the gravity and just because energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred. And yet, one empty cup, and one full cup, or at least vase of life, one unseen and one seen. We can see the star on our side, but we can't see the knowledge that's been poured into that energy from the other side of the wormhole. But that energy and information is emitted from the sun through frequency. The sun is one of the biggest, at least closest to us, it's therefore biggest to us, emitters of all frequency. So over 99.9% of I believe it's 99.9%, it might be 99.7%, check it up, but of the energy that we get and light that we get on Earth comes from our star, right? Which is actually tiny compared to a couple of the others in the Milky Way. So that's interesting. But we've got the Hierophant that comes after that on Earth. And can you see how the light, the beams of light are coming from that star, coming from the sun, to come to the individual who's receiving it here on Earth? It takes time to come in, that light to come in, because it's falling into that black hole that takes forever, it would seem. And yet it's coming out. It's being emitted through that sun. It's almost like there's some sort of spectrum wave. It's like light code, so to speak, coming here on Earth. Although I don't recognize that Earth. Can you see the bird that just was in my window just then? Interesting. Now, the rune that we have, it cannot be reversed, this one. And this is about destruction, wrath of nature, force, testing, and change. Interesting. So, interesting. Let me just get, this is pronounced, so this is Horgor laws, I think, and it represents hail. It's like you hail the king, hail your emperor, hail God. Yeah, this rune represents the destructive wrath of nature or uncontrollable police. You know, the emergency services just went past while we're talking about this. Or uncontrolled forces, possibly emotions or the unconscious mind. This often represents a trial of crisis, which, when led to completion, ultimately promotes harmony. It's like some kind of governmental. It could be something happening within government, something to happen within law. It could be something that's coming from God, right? And there's going to be a change here. This might be a bumpy ride. We've got emotion, and we've got the physical combining together. Misinterpretation, inspiration, and guidance. Misinterpretation, inspiration, and guidance. Right? And this ultimately leads to progress, which is the chariot. Now let's continue having a look. This is quite a difficult read, really, because I mean, what I'm getting from this is like there's going to be some sort of natural. I don't want to say disaster, but I'm feeling that. I could the Hierophant here. Can you see? I see like stars, shooting stars. They can be like meteoroids. The only rune that is upright and showing is the one for hailing, for hail, right? So the only thing we can really, if you're asking me, it's like asking God for guidance, hailing God. There's some sort of Pisces energy that's coming in that is in its shadow, and its emotion can be misinterpreted. It can come in from it can come in a way that can be misinterpreted, like some sort of deceptive entrance. This might be somebody's past lover, or even could be a past work relationship, a past job going to resurface. And the thing is, from that, it goes towards inspiration. Even though we can't see it, it's like we might get some kind of aha moment, because the universe is already this seems like it's a divine timing thing, right? This is one of those. I mean, I say divine timing all the time, but it's one of those like divine timing that's a significant divine moment, because once we've understood how this emotion is misinterpreted, now it's in our mind and we can observe it, that we are expecting some sort of this energy isn't necessarily going to be a Pisces. It's going to be that somebody's going to potentially come in with the guise of saying, I have been misunderstood. I've always wanted to help somebody. I've lost so much because of it, and I'm trying to help others, and nobody gets it, which would, to people who are empathetic, would make us go, sure, oh, I feel that, I know exactly what you mean, and start to give our energy, ourselves, to them. But the star, the inspiration, the thing is, if we've had that time, that period where we've actually learnt about our boundaries, or we're learning our boundaries. And this might be the perspective that we haven't seen come in from another angle that's going to almost like test, but it's going to trial us to see whether it's going to tempt us to see if we are strong enough in our boundaries. Something will be uncovered there. Something will be uncovered, and it will inspire us to move on. We're going to thank our higher self, our spirit, the higher self. For me, it's God. I call God Dad, the creator of all things, positive and negative. But it's going to be like thanking him for the guidance. It's almost like, seeing as that the hail is the only one that's up, it's like asking and praying for that guidance, which we already have been given, by the way, but almost like thanking for that guidance and trying to make sure that we're not in our emotion and we are open, is going to allow us to get through this situation. And this will stop us from actually destroying ourselves. It's like I've got a Taurus energy here. So it could be in the aspect of love and material, because Taurus shares Venus with Libra. You know, it's a semi-planet for Taurus. So because Taurus, when I think about Taurus is about like the material home. Taurus love their family. They're the bull. You know, they love to be in a nice, comfortable environment. And that comes from a place of love, which is why Venus is in there too. And then because of the material, they can strategize about how to make it. So this is almost like it's about that homely aspect. A person who's on top of the world is looking towards this because they know that they want this kind of energy, that this Pisces energy. I'm pretty sure it is Pisces. I better double check that. It's been so long since I've checked my astrological signs, which is terrible, really, because I am meant to be an astrologer. Pisces, even if it is a very basic one, a Pisces symbol. Yes, it is Pisces. Yeah, so there's Pisces energy that's coming in. Right, but the good news is we've got progress with the chariots. And what we can't see, maybe this could be blocked, was the upside down half arrow. And that was called I've really got to start doing this properly. No, I don't have to. This is all part of the process, right? This is all part of the process. It's logos, right? Which means water. This ring represents the flow of water or source of healing power and renewal of life, energy, and growth, related to imagination, psychic matters, dreams, and fantasies. But it's in the reverse. And the reversal is confusion, poor judgment, decisions, lack of creativity, fear, avoidance, obsession, perversity, and sickness. But it's not in what we can see, right? Because it came out like this. So that would mean if we were to follow the guidance that's been given to us, like use our intuition, use our discernment that we've learned, it's been given to us, we've been shown because we've done the work, right? We've done the emotional work, and we've turned that into a physical boundary, and from that we get our guidance, which is really our intuition, our ancestors, that comes through when we can listen to ourselves, and that really does wash away. It's like if this was shown to me upright, well, not upright, but in the reverse like this, we would be able. It's like we would be faced with it. But it's not. It's like the guidance that we will be given, we don't even need to see it because we see the red flag already. We've seen the red flag and we know that that's what that is. So it no longer affects us because it's not shown to us anymore. We've let it go. If we were to go and continue with it through, we would enter into a confusion, and we'd probably make a poor decision, right? We'd have a poor judgment if we were just to go with, if we were to go back on our boundaries. Remember, we always have to have that unconditional love, but unconditional love doesn't mean you have to give yourself to something that no longer serves you. Because for every one person that wants to take all of your energy and you want to help, there's 1,000 people that actually want it, that actually want that help, and they just need your perspective. And because of that, it's important not to go into a situation that draws you down because it takes away too much of yourself. Of course, unconditional love, right? So you can the situation that they're going to come in and they're going to explain to you about, that they're going to try and make that chord with you again. You're going to have, you've been through this already. You know how this feels, and they know that this means a lot to you, which is why they're coming in this direction. It's why they're coming in. And yet, by observing them in this period of time, it could almost be that you're going to meet them in the night time, and you will have made your decision by the day. The moon to the star. Thanks to the guidance. I might pull one more card on this one for this line because the guidance, God, the Hierophant is in the middle, and I like things to be balanced. I'm a Libra. So we'll do that. So we can avoid this. But your choice is up to you, right? Some people aren't going to, and they are going to go into another cycle. And if they do, that's absolutely fine as well, because they're probably always going to. And it means that they haven't learned their lesson yet. They won't willingly or wantingly go and repeat a karmic cycle. But if they haven't learned their lessons yet from this previous karmic cycle, whether the person that's coming in is the previous person or whether it's a new person coming in with is basically another face on the same energy. If we haven't learned the lessons from the past and we haven't actually solidified our boundaries and we haven't gone through and done the work, then we could very well have to go and learn it again. But we've got progress, and when we've got Lagus in the way we have, and yet we've got the Chariot in the upright, it's like we get that. It's like we get a confirmation. We get that closure that we've been wanting, right? We get that closure, and that propels us forward because we can, when we've got nothing holding us down anymore, when we've cut those cords, then we're not pulling a weight, and we can fly through the cosmos. It's like that missing piece of a very intricate puzzle that when you put in place, you can pick out enough of the picture that you know where some of the other pieces can slot into place. Let's get one more on there because I do like that balance. I know we've got the 4, but it's the 5 of the transformation, and that jumped out. What have we got? Balance. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Unbalanced. Bit of room for you. Oh dear, this is... And we've got movement in the reverse as well. So... this is the rune of transportation or a vehicle and or movement in a better direction. It indicates gradual change, progress, development, as well as trust, working with others, and being loyal. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Out of balance, disloyal, no change, no progress, and no development. I feel like this is an outcome if we do not progress forward. If we do not follow the guidance, this is going to be the outcome. Now I'm going to have a look into the book now, because this is, as you can probably tell, I'm trying to alchemize this situation, right? Because we can read it in a few different lights. I've got an itchy right ear. That's a physical ear. That's the physical side. Right then. The moon. Keywords: dreaming, trance, deception, attention, misconception, awakening. No light onto it though. There's no light. Could it be a bad dream? Deception. Right, deception with no light, they kind of go together. Deception is about not seeing something, about not having that light on it. Let's go to the sun. So the sun, so Sowilo, which is pronounced Sowilo, right? Sowilo. That is the sun, and it was, remember, you can't reverse the sun, but you cannot have the sun there. This rune represents power, success, achieved goals, and a sense of honor. It can appear in the form of health, life force, positive change, success, wholeness, power, influence. A bad dream. Maybe somebody's going to astral travel. Maybe somebody's going to enter your dreams and try to deceive you within them. You may remember this dream when you wake up. And gain some sort of knowledge from this. Seek guidance for this information to progress, so that you can stay away from this imbalance, from this disloyalty. I really feel like this is a lot of different situations. The star. Invigorating. Hang on, we didn't actually finish the reading. All stages of the moon are seen here, signifying the impact on our energies. The full moon may make us feel excited and filled with energy, whereas the new moon will find us in deep thought and contemplation. This card depicts the need to free the mind and think rationally, as mental stress builds up within our daily lives, as well as our own anxieties and fears. The symbol of Pisces can be seen on the moon, connecting it to dreams and idealistic beliefs. Pay attention to your own energies, as this may become too overwhelming. Try to free your mind from overthinking. You may feel in a trance, and take time out to be still, breathe, and reevaluate your situation before making any judgment. Hey, Minxie, you can hear. Brilliant. Make time to understand who you really are and come to terms with your deeper emotional sides. What are the triggers? Take deep breaths and lean into your feelings. This card may also show you that someone is deceiving you or taking you down a wrong path at work or within a relationship. Release yourself from emotional stress, fears, and anxiety. So we've got a star message, and we've got the star that comes next. So let's have a look at this. Your intuition will speak to you. Take notice and trust that any changes you make are a result for your higher good. I said this earlier. I said this earlier on in the reading, and that the star that comes next is about that inspiration, using your intuition. which came from the guidance of the Hierophants after that comes after it. But that's the star message. So that's, but this is the moon card, and we've got that full moon coming up in only 2 days' time. And even though the full moon will be on the 21st, it can observe to be full. I believe it's one night before, one night afterwards, maybe two. I really need to rustle up on my stuff. I would like to rustle up on my stuff. Always double check what I'm saying. Right, so the moon magic affirmation. I am ready to embrace the magic of the moon as I let go of my emotional restraints. Yes, this is doing that cord cutting. And this is, so what I really wanted to do was actually do a kind of a cord cutting little course. So Evita on her channel has been speaking over the last couple of months. Since I was watching her in February about this mirror work. Now, some people can do that, right? Because that's their dimension. But I've translated that mirror work into like a 3D, into a 3D version. And the songs that I put up on her channel are all a big part of that. So I would like to do this cord cutting. I've been hearing, seeing coming up in a lot of the tarot readings over and over again for the last few months, that this past energy is really trying to come back. And there's a lot of us that don't want that to happen, but there's a lot of us that are still in that, oh, well, I don't know, So we need to do our part to be able to release that. And it's going to happen. Usually cutting cords, you can write down your attachments that you want to, cords that you want to cut, and you can burn it under the full moon. That usually works. That's one of the things. But I mean, we're going to talk, what I would like to do is that cord cutting, that's like that mirror magic type thing, but it's really about that introspection, which came from those cards that I showed up earlier. What am I looking for outside of myself that is already within me? It's that there. It's that bit that within, and it's the shadow within. And we're going to have a look at that, because even though we may feel like we don't want these people in our lives anymore, this energy, this cycle, we're secretly addicted to it in a way. We can be. Right, and we can't. It's like the lack mentality that can actually pull it back in. So we're going to be looking at that, and you're going to have to remind me if I don't remind myself, or push me, should I say, because we should really have that done by the 21st, really, shouldn't we? Yeah, because we want to get this done. Let's get this done. Right. So we've got the star next, not the sun, the star. But the sun is a star. So here we go. So the key words for the star are invigorating, rejuvenation, wishes, spirituality, ability, and dreams. Beautiful. It's already going into positive. We cut those cords. We do it. We move forwards. Right? All the work within. As within, so without. And we will be rejuvenated from that, spiritually and physically, and we're going to gain abilities. In fact, if this is an energy that's really been tapping into you, you may even start to dream again afterwards. If you're not dreaming a lot at the moment, or if you've very recently started dreaming again, but it's sporadic, it can be that your ancestors or spirit guides are actually protecting you. They're keeping you like out of that energy so that you can't be affected by what's happening out there. There could be a lot of things there, right? A woman looks down into the vortex of a black hole which reflects the Milky Way above her head that is giving her inspiration. She collects the energy from the black hole in her vessel and pours it back in, a cycle of the universal energy. And that's how I was explaining about the black hole, and I did that before. This is how I saw it years ago. It's weird. I like that. I like that these cards are kind of confirming that as well. I really do. The constellation of Aquarius in the sky is linked to ability and determination. Yeah, the shower of shooting stars fills the night sky, signifying spiritual growth and the willingness of the cosmos to grant wishes of fulfillment. Meaning inspiration. The star is a yes card to questions asked. Reflect on your dreams. We like a yes card, don't we? Reflect on your dreams. The card indicates wishes coming true through the cosmic communication between you and the stars. It also asks you to look deeply into your self-care routine, as it can bring the healing and rejuvenation. This card encourages you to listen to your intuition as you travel the journey of love, of self, and love of spirit. Be creative in everything that you do and follow your heart to gain inspiration. Star message. Let your intuition guide you forward towards a path of healing and creativity. We've got the Hierophant, guidance, going to your higher self, going to your ancestors, going to what you believe is God, or what you know to be God, or your higher power. Insert here, could be source, whatever. They're all, to me, they're all different faces of the same thing. The moon magic affirmation. I am ready to realize my potential. If I'm not mistaken, this full moon is going to happen just as we enter Gemini. If that's the case, that's the Lovers card, right? So we've got the completion of the material down here, which, because of the Capricorn, the full moon being the completion of a situation with an actual physical person. That happens as we go into the Lover's energy. Now, if you are just leaving another person, a job, a situation, whatever it is, I would say be mindful. Just don't jump straight in. I think really here it's saying about that journey of self-love and love of spirits. If you're just coming out of a relationship for this bit just here, I would say, like, really don't get into another relationship yet, because it's going to be just another face to the same frequency. You need to elevate your frequency a little bit. If you've been single for a while, then this could also be that you've been doing that work, right? And you're just going to have a feeling, you're going to have a knowing, like you're going to have a dream that's going to bring forward some sort of knowledge. You might see somebody, you might see who that other person is in your dream. I'm not sure. But that can bring you that inspiration to move forward, to maybe meet that person. And we've got the Hierophant upright. These are all major arcana that's come out, apart from the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. But like, seriously, major arcana here. Hierophant, spiritual father, scholarship, encouragement, opportunity, unity, tradition, love it all. The Hierophant stands on top of the world with his arms crossed, sharing his strong sense of belonging. Shooting stars surround him, and the moon illuminates his silhouette. As he is the man between the earthly realms and the gods, the constellation of Taurus can be seen on the right, representing devotion, while in the distance, Venus shines brightly, signifying generosity and love, meaning guidance. The Hierophant is the card of hope and improvement, telling you to have faith in yourself and others, while remembering to have personal restrictions in place. This is the card of unity between commitment, mind, body, and soul. Yeah, which represents following the correct path for you, with traditional religion, spiritual awareness, and higher education lying ahead. Marriage could also soon be on the cards. Star message: accept the guidance on offer. Moon magic affirmation: I am on my spiritual journey. I think 7 years. Yeah, I think 7 years is pretty good. In fact, that number 7 is pretty good. if you think about it. That's like it's that number of initiation, you know. Okay, in some of the decks, in some of the suits, it can mean like deception, but it's also intuition. Yeah, intuition, initiation. Lucky number 7, so they say. This is really good. And where it's saying about hail, you know, it can't be reversed, but this is like it was saying about how natural disaster could happen and etc etc etc. You know, all of those things that we could be like, really, at the end of the day, whether there was a natural disaster or not, it was all for the good, and it ultimately promotes harmony. But honestly, what it's really saying here, remember how it's saying about that higher power, like making sure that you can keep that unity between your commitment to yourself, your mind, body, and soul, and that, you know, walking down that correct path, be it through religion or spiritual endeavor, really, awareness, the higher, you know, and following that guidance that you've received through intuition, but also following that guidance that you've given to yourself through that hard work that you've been doing. Yeah. When this Pisces energy comes up, observe it. It's usually when we give into that emotion of feeling lonely that we can actually release control of ourselves. But the thing is we've got that letting go from the moon. We've got that wish fulfillment with the star, and like that coming forward, which can then lead to meeting the person that you're going to marry, which is given to you by God, so to speak, right? It's like that divine, ultimate divine timing. And it's this room really is what it is. It's like, just remember the words, remember that guidance, accept that guidance, and act on it. You know, you get this is going to come in deceptively, with deception. This will have deception. Right. The Chariot. Motivation, self-discipline, accomplishment, travel, energy, and movement. The Chariot is being driven by a strong-willed woman who channels the universal energy and is full of motivation. Being pulled by 2 tigers, she has just left Earth and is on her journey into the universe. She signifies travel, movement, and readjustment, adorned with glistening citrine stars and moons. That's nice. Citrines is that great. It's good for like that wealth and abundance, isn't it? But wealth and abundance, and the moons, wealth and abundance and emotion, which comes after the marriage, because before anything can come down onto this physical realm, it has to start in the emotion. It's emotion that actually, confirmation, it's the emotion. Thank you. It's that emotion that actually allows us to manifest. It was a triple confirmation. 4. May I finish? Thank you. 4 being the 4 elements as well. All 4 elements is what everything done in this realm is made of, and that of it. But the emotion, right, mixed with our thoughts in the infinite, comes down and materializes in the expanding into infinity that we have here, right? So having that emotional abundance is what's going to actually bring about everything that we want here. And in order to do that, remember, with the Chariots, the divine feminine of all people, within people, is coming away from Earth. It's coming away from that material, that physical. It's like the full moon that's in Capricorn, which is about the manifestation of all things material, right? It's been energized by the sun to leave Earth, to leave that material behind, to go and reach for what they really want. Aim for the moon. If you fall short, you'll land on a star. Yeah? And like I say, it's that wish fulfillment. It's that progressing towards it. It's her Chariot is promoting success. The constellation of Cancer shines to the left, and symbolizes positive emotion. So this could happen by July. Really. If we look at the energy of the cards here, we've got that Pisces energy within that full moon. The full moon that's coming. I'm seeing full moon. Although I am actually also seeing new moon because there's no light from the sun ringing in my right ear. I think I'm wanting to see full moon because I can see a full moon on here. Maybe this period of time that this is happening is going to be between the full moon in Capricorn and the next new moon. This next period of time, and can potentially we can see the progress, that finish, that movement by Cancer by July. Right, let me continue. The Chariot often appears when you feel pulled in two directions and tells you to make a decision about which path you want to follow. This card represents a lot of mental energy, which can now be used in action. Opportunities arise for the personal marks of success or financial gain. Commit to your goal or destination, as it will be rewarding. Your energies are being spent wisely, even if the result isn't what you had initially hoped for. A valuable lesson was needed for spiritual growth. And this is the truth about manifestation, that last part especially. We think we know what we really want. And then we create an expectation as to how it's going to come to us. Therefore, we limit the universe and how the universe can give it to us because we're expecting it to come in a particular way. And when we do that, it's very difficult for the stars to align and everything to happen for it to come to you in that way. You'd have to wait a very long time. When you let go of that control, you actually get it. But the beauty of it is that usually the manifestation of it is actually not what you initially wanted, but actually the better version of it. You know, only when you get it, you go, wow, that's exactly what I needed. It's exactly what I wanted. And I didn't even know it because I was aiming for this thing. And this is quite similar, but actually, this is just the perfect because we are imperfect at the moment. Our will is imperfect. But that's God's creator, most high, whatever you want to call it, the energy, the creator, whatever. All are welcome here. You know, it is perfect. So it knows. And it knows us better than we know ourselves. Beautiful, really, if you ask me. Right, star message. You can overcome any obstacles and succeed. Yes, I can. Yes, you can. Breathe it in. Moon affirmation. I look to my future and I believe in what I desire. I don't like the word. Well, I do. I prefer not to use the word believe so much because believe is like in mathematics probability. And if you believe in something, then there's a chance that it's not certain. When you know in something, it's like saying certainty. But I guess believe is better than nothing. But when you put believe into it, then you're really wrestling against something. You know, you really have to struggle because you're going to be tested from lots of different angles on the faith until you have that knowing, which is usually when you receive the thing. So it's almost like if you're knowing something, you truly know something. It's like instant manifestation. Don't tell anybody. Joking, tell everybody. Knowledge is not to be kept. It's not mine to hold. I need to pass it on. So the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So Pentacles is about options, priorities, and management. Balance. So it's like there's no choice. There is no option here. There's no option but to follow this path, right? It would, if you didn't follow this path, everything would become unmanageable. Keeping your priorities right avoids this. This is about balancing the need to keep priorities in check. This is like ascension sequence here. If this was in the uprights, this is what it would read. This too is about balancing the need to keep priorities in check. There is a financial situation on the cards. Whether you are choosing 2 jobs, moving or staying in your living situation, or studying, monitor finances now. Spend time wisely and look at the bigger picture. This is also a busy period. Oh, I don't mind a busty period. A busy period, and you can expect an outlay of money soon. This card can also predict multitasking on the job and feeling overwhelmed, as well as finances flowing in and going straight back out again. Hang on a second. So if this is about like the managing of finances, but it's in reverse, it's like we already have the finances for it. Manage your finances well and educate yourself on every possible outcome. If we follow the guidance and we progress towards our greater self, then we don't need to worry about the outcome. There's only one outcome. Let's see what the movement in reverse says, and then I'm going to look at. I'm going to have a look at what the intranet says about the reverse. Okay, AWAS in reverse, because it represents 2 horses. This in reverse is restlessness, feeling confined, recklessness, disharmony, mistrust, and betrayal. It almost feels like that reading I did the other day, which is like that revenge energy. By not, was the light just flickering here? It's like by not making that decision, by making the right decision for us. We get like that person that came in right at the beginning with that Pisces energy, that trying to sneak back in type thing, or the situation, whatever it is, it's going to turn around and bite us on our bum when we choose to walk away from it. But there is no choice but to walk away from it. And we have to hand it over to the Most High. Time to move on from that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Don't have any fear. At least do not be afraid. Use that fear to then go back to get that guidance from Dad and understand what's going on. Yeah. Okie dokie. So that was that there. I feel, I mean, we could go into this forever. We could really, really try and nitpick down into this, but it's obvious. There's only one choice to make, really. And it's not like we'll get confused about that choice either, so long as we don't give in to that reaction. As long as we can recognize the red flags and we can maintain our boundaries, and we're just observing ourselves and observing the other, whatever that situation is, be it in finance, be it in court, be it whatever it is. But this is a situation that was always going to happen to all of us, however this manifests itself. Get some palm cards. How is this reading so far, Minxie? Have you managed to? Does any of this resonate with any of your situations at the moment? There's nothing coming up from the palm cards here. Is there anything that can help us? We've already got everything. It's like, let's not exhaust spirit, so to speak, you know? Right. So bridging between misinterpretation and inspiration, with the hand pointing towards the head within the star. It says fingernails. Okay, horizontally and rigid. The key traits are easily hurt, defeatist, melancholy, try to reach out to others, weak recuperative powers, sensitive. And it's 69, the number there, which is Cancer. Right, it's exactly like the Cancer and the yin and yang. This may be like some kind of karmic twin flame type thing, karmic lesson, or somebody who's going to come in thinking that you're that karmic flame. Somebody's putting a hand up to that. Look, you see over here. It's like a shepherd's stick. But this was pointing towards. So this person, this kind of goes with that Pisces energy, that easily hurt in a way. At least they're going to come across that way. Key traits. So it's horizontally ridged fingernails, right? It's going to be hard to, if this situation comes, you go, well, show me your fingernails. But mine are vertically ridged. And absolutely rats as well, because I am a typical manly man. Yeah, reading tarot and runes, I'm a manly man. Try to reach out to others. And that's almost like the guidance. Before you make any decision, before you make a decision to, if you even choose to maybe entertain this previous energy, make sure you speak with others about it first. Make sure you get that guidance. Speak to your higher power. Ask yourself. Go within. Yeah. Talk to the hand. Yeah, absolutely. Speak to the hand, because the face ain't listening. Love that. That's lovely. That's amazing. Oh, you're incredible. Yeah, I like that. That's really good. Okay. Whoo-wee. Let's don't everybody rush at once. Do you know what I mean? Who wants a reading? I've only got time for 10. Yeah, previous energy and red flags. Lord, I know, right? I've only got enough time for 10 readings, so not everybody will at once. 1, 13, 13 I just saw. What do we want today? Is there a lag on this? Is there a lag on the chat? There better not be. I probably need to look at that. I've got to get. I say I've got to do. I don't, but I want to. I want to get this going tickety boo. That rhymes, so it must be true. Let's send also that love and light to Evita. Yeah, let's. She's in my head. I hope she's okay. Oh, would you know? Okay. Well, Mixie, let's get you done. Doesn't matter if they do or don't. The right people find us at the right time, and it's timeless. But it'll be funny to look back in the future when potentially there are more people, you know? Yeah. All right. This is nice. I'm feeling to use these are cards for you. Is that, yeah? I forgot what they're called, but this is my very first tarot deck. This one. And yeah. I'm going to do is, and I only got it like, it was probably about a month, maybe 2 months ago that I got it. And it was just I've been walking around for ages trying to search for one. And I know that these things are meant to be given to you. So I couldn't just go pick one up. But luckily I went into one shop, and it was a shop that really wouldn't seem like it would have one. And I asked if they had any. And the lady took me to the back of the shop, and then she handed it to me. I was like, yes! She didn't just say, go there, to there. She took me straight to it, picked up and gave it to me. I was like, that's the same thing. You know, I didn't even get to choose. She just picked up and gave it to me. So I was like, yeah, great. That works. That works for my logic. Yeah, so what is in your energy? We've got the Queen of Wands in reverse, and we've got the Fool upright. So, interesting. The Queen of Wands in reverse. So, a woman over 25 years old. It says here, green eyes, blonde to red hair, positive, fiery, and outspoken. It's upside down. It's Queen of Magic in the reverse. So, it's somebody, it's like the Queen of Illusion. Got a black cat. Amethyst between a star and a moon. Well, look, let's have a look at the cards. Right, we've got a moon over here, but like that's like a full moon as well, isn't it? Or a sun. So it's like it can be between this period of time. Do you see anything there, darling? But black cat. So yeah. It's there's somebody, it seems like somebody's coming in your energy. It's somebody. So the Queen of Wands in the upright, at least from this book, is saying that like it's about luck, passion, and leader. So remember that energy that's coming in. Remember from the read we just literally did, where we've got that person who's going to come in with that I've been walked over energy. It feels like they're like feeling unlucky, not very passionate, feeling a bit like they need something from you. You know, they're being the opposite of a leader. The moon message for the card in the upright is let your intuition lead you to like-minded souls. So it might be let your intuition lead you away from the situation. But what we've got coming second is the Fool in the upright, right? And it's funny because you've got a dog, and dog spelled backwards is God in the upright. And you know what they say about cats and dogs? Needing to take a giant leap forward, the Fool. And it's about happiness. It's about good friends. Nine of Pentacles, peace of mind and contentment. So we've gone from the reverse of ones. Maybe this was you previously. But you've done the work. And you're much more in your happiness now. Like, you're good to be friends with, but you potentially wasn't. Maybe you were really codependent or something. Or you just lacked that self. Maybe you lacked that self esteem, that confidence that actually brings you into that leadership. Because of, you know, when you, yeah, maybe because like we are a show. Nobody sees me right now anyway. Like, well, lol, I'm well hidden. Because like you're very charismatic, aren't you? You are very charismatic, but when you're in this really low energy, you probably wouldn't been. It's obviously like you've been hurt quite badly in the past but now you're like, you're taking giant leaps forward in faith, you know, to the Most High, potentially. God spelt backwards. Sorry, dog spelt backwards. Good friends, happiness. Maybe it's saying that, you know, you should. Have you got any pets? Because you've got Nine of Pentacles and peace of mind after this. Is there anything that can come after this? Is there anything that we can use to get on top of this? One more card, maybe? I'm going to go through one more time and see if anything jumps out. This jumped onto what if it was easy? And we've got the Queen of Wands. Sorry, Queen of Swords. Woman over 25 years old. Brown eyes and brown hair. Cold, hard, demanding authority. Is you some boss? Is it? You got two cats. Some boss here. S. W-S. But it's about, there's a swan transforming into the moon. Cold, hard, demanding authority. Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords. I don't know why I keep saying the Queen of Wands. 222 there. I've got 2223 here. It was, but probably when you wrote that, it was 2222. Let's get some runes on it. But Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is somebody who can make decisions. It's not necessarily that they're demanding authority. It's that they are the authority. They are the judgment, aren't they? And here, she's not unhappy. She's at peace with her emotion. There's an energetic tie to her emotions that keeps her at peace. The water's still and calm. You know, the moon reflects the sunshine. The sun's coming over in the background. It's transformation. Swords, Queen of Swords. Perception, strength and determination, independence. The Queen is very direct, honest, and blunt. She speaks with intention and faith in her words. There we go. Having the power of knowledge on her side. In a reading, she can represent the female influence or the divine feminine. Someone around you is full of wisdom, as they either have lived many lives or have an old soul. Opinions are being shared openly around you. You may need to find your stance in the time to come. Yeah, transformation, absolutely. And where it's just said about like that, you need to find your stance in the time to come. When that comes to that collective reading type thing that we had just a moment ago, it's also saying that, isn't it? Really, if you think about it, it's like you're going to get that It's not anything to worry about. But this is going to be the time now to transform fully, to get that self-confidence in your Queen of Swords energy. You know, it's like that Libra energy, so to speak. It's that justice, but not the Empress justice, but it is the divinity of that femininity. You may need to find your stance in the time to come. Delve into your inner strength as you stand your ground, to be blunt about your situation, right? It's standing in the strength in your emotion, not putting your emotion down. It's not putting your emotion down or feeling like you need to move out of anybody else's emotion, owning your own emotion so that you don't become reactive. A queen is very dangerous. A queen is very, very dangerous when she's when she's not able to be honest and act with her emotion. If she becomes reactive, she can tear down anything. I mean, she has the whole army at her side, and she can inspire an army through their emotion. You don't want that. Speak your own truth and stand by what you say. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you are doing that. Do you know what I mean? I think you are doing that. Like, yeah. Ooh. These rooms are nice. So we've got that knowledge thing coming back in. Yeah. I can't remember which way it was just pointing, but I think it was that way. That knowledge ting, knowledge rune and ting. Yeah. No, that's right. False hope. This Queen of Wands, you know, was vulnerable. Was covered in illusion. False information. Was in the darkness, like didn't have that spirit of fire. But he came out of that. And the thing is that we've got that movement in reverse, but it was covered. Went on top of the Fool. I'm wondering if this is like a current energy type thing or not. Current situation or this period of time of transformation. This rune represents a transportation or a vehicle and or moving in a better direction, indicates a gradual change. You were probably making that leap of faith. You know, you were restless. It was almost like you had to make that leap of faith. You had no choice. You had no idea what was going to come from it. And it caused you a lot of issues making that leap of faith, because when you made that leap of faith, like everything around you probably broke apart. It was like it's hiding like a tower, like a major tower after tower. But coming out of that and going into that Nine of Pentacles, right, which is that being content, that peace of mind. You've got Uz, yeah, which is like my pronunciation of my name, but in runes, which is the symbol. I want to get the actual reading of it here, though. Come on, Mister, where are you? I believe it's the second in the alphabet in yet. Why are you not sure? Ah, yeah, it's just showing a little bit differently here. So It's representing the auroch, a now extinct species of ox. So it's like getting into this energy, you've become strong as an ox. Do you know? Well, you do know. You must feel it. I mean, I feel it. You can't mess. You can pull weight now. Do you know what I mean? This is you compared to this previous situation. You're unstoppable. You're like some kind of magical beast. It represents speed, strength, and unlimited potential, vibrant health, energy, courage, tenacity, and action. It can also be related to sexuality, minx, potency, and the masculine energy. Yes, because like that future coming into that Queen of Swords, they have to be in balance. Your masculine energy has to be at balance, at peace with your feminine energy, right? Decisive action needed to be made here, and it's like the physical action of actually taking this leap of faith, regardless of if it was a physical thing, but it would have happened on the emotional level as well. And getting into that masculine energy, which is taking back your strength when you had no vitality, when you were vulnerable, is actually brought about you attaining that Queen of Swords energy within your femininity, right? It's actually allowing you to be all right with your femininity, to get out of that boy patriarchal kind of negative boy within that patriarchal view of all of society, both in men and women, that has kept you not understanding or not being able to be your true authentic self within your femininity. Yeah, it's the rune of strength, endurance, health, courage, vigor, force. Love it. Now, on top of on top of the Queen of Swords, we've got Orphala, which is ancestral property. This rune represents property, possessions, a home, or some other important source, often inherited. It indicates aid in spiritual and physical journeys. It is a source of safety, increase, or abundance. It is in the reverse, but I feel that this is not a bad thing. I feel that what it is that you're getting something, but it's coming in slower than imagined. It's coming in a bit more slowly than you thought it would do. Or it's in a distance. It's like you're moving, so you're going somewhere, you're going there, you're doing it, but you would probably like to be there faster. It's like you've been waiting for long enough now. You've done the bloody work, and you deserve it. So even though the fact that you see this rune in the very first place is good, because it means that you're here. It means it's on the horizon. It's in there. It's in the energy, but it's like it's just not happening in the way you want it right now, or as quickly. But you got it. You got abundance. It almost feels like that closing out of a cycle energetically. That's for sure. It's okay. Yeah. It's. I think even though you haven't been with this person, have you been at like this situation? Have you still been attracting the same type of energy? Feels like time is passing. Yeah. But that's a lack mentality, right? That's a lack mindset. Do you feel as if like there have been people approaching you? It's not like you've chosen to be single because there aren't any suitors. It's that the same type of people keep coming back into your life, or keep trying to get into your life. Presto magico, yeah. Right. So that means that this is the time now to understand and reflect, looking inward into it. I would, if you do invocations or anything like that, I would definitely try to invoke some sort of something, whether it be in the dreams, like to have a dream of a situation, or to literally instantiate a situation so that you can overcome it once and for all. It's like but it hasn't been in person, just kind of around. Yeah, absolutely. And it's, yeah, right. So it might be worth instantiating somehow a situation in which you can literally put your Queen of Swords to work and be like, I don't let them in. I said, yeah, of course you don't. That's good. At the same time, allow yourself not to, because we go from one polarity and we change completely, right? We can try to completely change, and we can go to such the opposite extent that it actually brings us around to the same polarity. You know, you go as far right as you can from where you were, or far left, that much that it actually becomes a negative thing. It might be that you need to see if you can explore and to be your true authentic self within your own emotions, within what you know is right, but to not necessarily shut down an opportunity right at the very beginning, right at the get-go. Maybe the situation that's coming in for you, this is a situation that's going to come in. I mean, I could dream up of a million ways that it can affect you. It might be that somebody is going to approach you. This old energy is going to come back, and you're going to literally shut that energy down, but in the most like with unconditional love in the best way. And it might be that there's an onlooker or somebody that knows because I need to let go, let the right people in. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it might be that this particular energy comes in a way, and the situation's observed by a third party, and the way that you close this interaction actually unlocks that spark within another that's, hey, this is my kind of person. It doesn't necessarily even have to be romantically. It can be in any way, shape, or form, because remember that like attracts like, and all things are one. So understanding the people that are right around you at the very moment are the people that you're bringing into your life, that you're attracting into your life. But you need to be in your Queen of Swords energy. You must be. And that is the opposite of the Queen of Wands, so to speak. That Queen of Wands being in the from the past, being in the reverse, it might be worth doing some, I think they call it like inner child work. And I mean, when I say inner child work, look back at that time, that period of time where you were like this, where you had this situation, and massively reflect on those memories, and look at yourself as this reverse Queen of Wands. But then, by doing that, polarize it and go, I was feeling like this, which made me look like this. Actually, it'd be this, but it makes me look like this. And then because of this feeling, I used to act like this, and this. And then look at each individual one and go, right, that used to make me feel small. And when I acted small, I was like this. So the opposite would be to be a bit more extroverted, right? And when I was in that small energy, I used to reach out and try to talk to whoever I could, or the opposite, and then do the others. I've done that before, but 25 years ago. And this had 25 years old, but it had women over 25 years in the reverse, 25 years previous, another cycle going on. Absolutely. But the thing is that it was always meant to happen at the right time. You probably did do that 25 years ago. Yeah, and there was another cycle going on. But remember, it's looking at it from the current perspective. We use the past as experience, but not as an anchor to keep us in the poor me, in that codependent cycle, but to gain information from it. because we can actually manipulate our own memories, and we do that, and we do it, we don't even know. But use your current perspective now to take information, observe yourself as that reverse King of Wands, but from the third party, and give yourself the advice that you give yourself now that you're in your Queen of Swords energy. It's about transmutating that memory of the past and making that memory of the past a positive one. It's going reverse Queen of Wands and then going into cycles, which is the opposite of what that was, so that your new memories are of the Queen of Wands and the uprights. Therefore, if we're in the present acting on that learnt behavior, you'll be acting from a memory that you're instantiating that makes you in the present act in a certain way, which takes time and practice. So you'll be going through the cycles in this new phase, which is the opposite of what you was doing. And over time, you'll build up that memory that actually you've gone, yeah, I was the Queen of Wands, the reverse Queen of Wands, but actually now I've got a memory of the Queen of Wands and the upright. And really, I've seen that it's not a bad thing that I was in that reverse Queen of Wands, because I've actually alchemized it and turned to the positive. I needed to be on the far right so that I could get to the far left, or the far left to get to the far right. And I understand the whole process, turning from the page to the one of wands all the way through to the ace. And if you can do it in one suit, you can do it in them all. Because really, everything that you were learning from this past here has brought you into that the Queen of Swords energy. So the situation that happened here is pulled you away from that mystical, magical side of things and turned you into that physical sword bearer, right? That literal fighter, emotional fighter, and getting that there. It's in a different suit. So really, you're already the ace. Well, you've already gone past ace. You've gone past the court cards, really. You're in the Queen energy. So you've done all of that, because to get to the Queen of Swords without being in the opposite of the Queen of Wands, that's mad alchemy. So you've done it already. You've just got to translate it now. New behavior and memory patterns, develop muscle memory, brain pattern. Bingo, you've said it. Like, do you know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm going with this. What do you think, Minxie? Is that do you need any more on that? Does that help? Have you got any new ideas what you're going to be manifesting through this period of completion within the material realm? We've got another viewer here. It says that there's two people here. Would that other person like a reading? Or are you just going to linger in the dark? Divine Bang. I recognise you from Evita's channel. I think I've seen that. 2244 just come up on my phone. Yeah. So I guess Jesse's gone then, unless this is because Jesse was here earlier in the beginning. I think Rainbow Bright was Jesse, wasn't it? But I'm not sure. But where I'm living and who I'm with, which is nobody, you'll see. Yeah. The thing is that it's Divine Bang. I don't know what you want me to call you on here. We'll do you a reading. It'll be my pleasure. But yeah, Minxie, Diana, it's the easiest way to really start to change these cycles. Oh, we've lost one. The easiest way to change these cycles is to start with something that we have less emotional attachment to, because then we can be less reactive to the outcomes and we can actually rationalize the changes better and easier. Hopefully, divine BNG. I hope I didn't. Being. Oh, is that what it is? I hope I didn't upset that person with like divine bang. Am I going red? Divine being, yeah. Oh, you're okay. You're here. Well, happy days. Divine. I'll call you Divine. Bang cracked me up. I know, right? Divine. Okay, Divine. Let us use these. I'm just going to... Oh, dear. We've got Queen of Swords in reverse. Interesting. I wonder if, like, I mean, that would be incredible, really. We don't talk about that right now. No, Minxie, we're not. So I'm wondering if, like, you are the polar opposite to Queen of Cups, just popped out in the upright and landed on the face up to me on the palm reading card. So we'll get a palm reading card for the Queen of Cups. I wonder if you're the polar opposite of Miss Minxie. But Five of Swords in reverse. This looks not. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Let's get a palm reader for the Queen of Cups. I didn't mix those cards up, right? Because what I do usually is I kind of do this first and then I kind of split it. But as I was doing that, it just jumped out. And that's too many. Get a bit of sensation in my left knuckle. That one I'll take. Oh, two. Okay, two that landed on the Queen of Cups. Right, the Mount of Venus and the Mount of Mercury on top of the Queen of Cups. Mercury, communication, and Venus of love of the Queen of Cups. I don't know why I'm feeling this from what I'm looking at here. The energy that I'm getting from this is the Queen of Swords in reverse. So somebody who's not in they're not able to stand within their divine feminine energy. They're unable to make a decision about something, right? And it's somebody that's probably appearing to be the Queen of Cups. In fact, the way I see it here is this Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is looking directly at the head of the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is looking in the other direction. a high mount on your love shows your loving. So the mount of Venus. So this is your mount here, right? Where you've got a high mount. If you've got a big pad there, it shows that you're loving and enthusiastic nature. You enjoy life to its fullest. This mount is an important factor in determining compatibility. We've got number 16 here. And then we've got the mount of Mercury, which is this little pad just here, right? The developed mount highlights you are interested in the world around you. You enjoy competition as well as affection and entertaining. Low mounts can show insecurity. No, I don't know why insecurity came to my head, but insincerity. Insincere communication. Insincere communication is what I'm getting for that. But competition and like to travel, being loving and enthusiastic in nature, loving to enjoy life. But we've got compatibility here. I'm wondering, were you indecisive in the past about a particular person? Right? A particular person, maybe there was a choice between two people, and because they both put you in that Queen of Cups energy, that that feminine love. But somebody I need to be careful with this. I feel like maybe one person here was stopping the other from bullying, or there was somebody who was ridiculing somebody else, and it was this Four of Pentacles. It was maybe one of the other party. Maybe you saw that the other party was about the money. I'm not sure. This is weird. Alpha, wait, tarot deck, cards, card readings. Was that right? But the thing is that they're both in reverse, right? Are you still in some kind of situationship? Are you still trying to choose who you want to give your love to? So somebody tried to hold up your honor. No, it's become clear. Someone was trying to hold up your honor. This may have led to a loss in some sort of. Someone was trying to hold up your honor about maybe a loss of inheritance, a loss of a gift, or this could be you that maybe you were to make a decision that was based off of maintaining your honor because somebody was trying to take something from you. Or no. No, it is that I feel. This is strange. Hold up your honor. It's like it's to hold up your honor. It's like for what you feel to be morally correct. It's like for that which is just and right by you. It's like it's literally the it's if this was in the upright, if this Five of Swords was in the upright, it would be all of the things that would literally deface you as a human, right? It would break your heart. It's the things that would break your heart. And I pulled out some runes, and again, we've got 2 blank shown, and then with the hail, right? And then another blank. Now, what I'll do is because this 5 of Wands in reverse is really provoking me. It's like the 5 of Wands is, remember, it's the hail, but it's also about like a force of nature. It's like a destruction, but that is for the ultimate good of something. It's like something. There was some sort of fight here of some kind. There's some sort of fight that literally shook the world, shook your world, but ultimately was meant to be for your best. Either it left you like it left you without what you were expecting. It left you almost ungrounded. It was like you felt that you had nothing after it, but it was done for your maybe this see the Queen of Swords. We've got harvest in the reverse. Well, not in the reverse. Yeah, because it's the same. But I mean blanked. It's like you couldn't see a choice that would bring you what you wanted. You couldn't see a choice. And we've got the Queen of Hearts, Queen of Cups, yeah, with the sun, which there's no lights being shone on this. So you went with just your emotional feeling. There wasn't any. There was no light on a clear decision as to who it was, but something happened, and it was for your best self that it happened. It was for everything that you hold dear to you. But what it really left you with. with resentment. You're worrying about if something could be returned. It's like you're wondering if you can ever come back from a situation. It's like the situation isn't bleak. It's going to require work to get over this situation. But we've got for us in which is like not seeing. So let me get up for us, and so I can interpret what it's trying to tell me here. Because this is meant to be Milne, which is the hammer of 4. It's about challenges, danger, protection, strength, and attacks. And if it was seen, then it would be in its upright, not in reverse, right? It's like you've got an unseen protection behind you. There's some unseen strength, but there are some unobserved challenges. Maybe you're going to have to be strong. Like, if you want to complete this out, whatever this is, I'm wondering if as to the last reading that we had, I don't know what your situation is, but maybe this person, I don't know if that's a confirmation. I mean, if this person may return. Maybe you're still with the other person, or you're not with any of them. But what one person is going to this person that stood up for you, you may have at the time not felt that that's what you needed or wanted, because you were still unsure about who to choose, and therefore you saw this as like a chest beating kind of thing, when really it was for your protection. And you might be thinking about them quite a lot now and wanting to come back into that energy. No? Oh. Maybe you were betrayed, which is why you felt like that you didn't leave. No meaning. Not to anyone. Oh. Well, none of this is resonating with you in any sort of way. Is that what you're saying? Oh, I'm spot on. All right. No meaning, not with any. Okay, right. So if this is your energy, that's part of that betrayed, right? Evil. There's some malice, the danger, betrayal, evil. Right. This could be your person that's coming back in. And I give to you the same advice as I gave to Minxie as well, right? Honestly, I feel that's the best way. answered no, not to anyone. Yeah, but I'm spot on with everything I'm saying. Oh, I thought that my gift had left me then. I was like, whatever this is madness, you know? So, I feel like if this person is going to be the person that's re-entering, neither was really yeah, absolutely. Neither of them were. They're both karmics, but one of them is coming back in. And I don't know if it's the first or the second, but one of them is. And remember, you're loving, enthusiastic, your nature, right? You're the Queen of Cups. Come on. Yeah? Queen of Cups. You couldn't make your decision, but you've learned from this lesson. Again, it's the boundaries. It's that boundaries looking in. Just like I said to Diana, to Minxie, you got to now, in this period of time, you've got to polarize that Queen of Swords. You have to look where both of them weren't your person. Yeah, but do it individually so that you can go, hang on, if that person came to me just by themselves, or that energy, and they came forward with the way that they came forward, why were they acting like that towards me? What was I presenting that made that an attractive proposition to them? Obviously, it's because you're loving. You're the queen of love. Maybe you're easily manipulated, or you were, because you weren't actually in your divine feminine. Like, you could be quite a good-looking lady, right? Or man. There is no decision to make betrayals. Really? Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, there is no decision to make. That goes into that previous thing as well. There is no decision to make. Oh. But you're still going to. The thing is that in order to release the cycles, so that we don't have to make these decisions anymore. I was using a lady, yeah. Because you're a big heart, right? But also probably because of the lack of confidence that came from younger time. So that Queen of Swords, it's like, yeah, the not being in that feminine energy, like actually, like being all right with your emotion as well, or at least be understanding your emotion. Maybe you were reacting to your emotion so much, not controlling your action by listening to your emotion, but hearing what you wanted to be told, therefore allowed these people in. And it really rocked your freaking world. I mean, I liken this to a tower in the runes, and that's on top of that, like that, just before, like, that betrayal. You're gonna have to revisit this in your mind and look at yourself how you are now, still in that Queen of Cups energy, but your strength is going to be coming from, like, turning around by making that decision. And I know you said it's there's no decision. You're absolutely right, but you have to decide that there's no decision there. Yeah, and swing that big ass sword. The thing is that it might not be this actual person that's coming back, but somebody with their same energy. So you'll be able to smell them a mile away, really. If you found yourself to this channel, then we're all resonating similarly here, which means that we've got quite a lot of self. Like we're getting our self-worth back, and we're able to be honest with ourselves and to see ourselves and to not be fooled, even though it's our time to be happy now. And I feel like we need this test so that we can confirm to ourselves, boom, we are worthy, we can trust, and we know that we can trust ourselves, that we're not going to let ourselves down. And do it out of a place that doesn't come from any sort of fear. Does that help? Right. Well, that was my first live here. Absolutely blessed for having you lovely girls here. And I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Okay. Thank you for being here. Really. There we go. Wasn't this hard, was it? As I thought it was going to be, but I really did get a bit from that last one there. That was some real heavy stuff to go through. Man, eh? Right. See you later. You're welcome, Minxie. Oh, thank you. I'm going to purge these cards now. for yourselves, you know. I want to purge these cards so that we can to help you with the cord cutting. I don't normally do that because I like it's for me the energy's fluid, and you know, but I want to do what I can to help you. So if you actually, if you want to hold on for a moment, we could do it. We could do it like a kind of little cord cutting together for these people that are coming into our energy, or these energies that are coming into our energy. Yeah, let's do that. And I guess I have to do a bit more bubble magic as well, right? Because that's necessary. Yeah, I'm feeling this one. I can't remember what it was because I've just taken it. I'll throw the boxes away. That was in there. Lucky coin. First time I've. Interesting. All right. For the sake of our best and true authentic selves, to enable us to be the happiest we can be, and therefore radiate that happiness to everybody else who deserves it also, which really is everybody. Let us allow the positive light to be attracted to the positive light, and for the negative to go off in peace and heal. We don't need any more of these lessons, not in this area. We want to learn new lessons now. Allow us that stability. Yeah, how's that? Is that a good incantation kind of ting, blessing and ting? Bling 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 bubble 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 bubble. Come on, more, please. Yes. Oh, lovely. Very nice. All right. Well, that's burning. I'm going to give this a quick mix up. Yeah, you got that bubble love going. Confuse that energy. Send it off into the universe. Send it away. Tanku, tanku, tanku. I tell you what, I really love how the palm reading cards come out the right way as well. And you know what? I really appreciate you saying that I'm talented, Dana, but it's not me that's talented. It's literally it's the ancestors. You know what I mean? It's dad. It's all of that. They're all. You know, I'm just like a messenger for them in this respect. You know. Sure, I can interpret to an extent what it's trying to say with the help of, but it's you know, it's spirit that pulls these cards out, isn't it? You know, like, because otherwise I could just sit and read the cards through and go, you know, but that's not the way it is. So that's what it tells me. Okay, I'm going to leave it there then, my lovelies. All right, I'll see you later on. Thank you very much for coming here and being a part of my first live.